Hey y'all, it's your pal Madge. Welcome or welcome back to my garden. This week I hit up a 50% off sale at the nicest garden center in my area. And you might have similar stuff going on in your area too. So I thought we would walk through the sale together, talk about what I got and why, and then plan everything out together as well. We also have some zinnias coming in. We have some updates on the soil we've been working on so diligently. Oh yeah, and there's a little jagoff of a groundhog who keeps eating my morning glories, and we're gonna try to find a way to make him seek life elsewhere. Let's get into it. So what I really want to get today are some echinaceas in fun colors, because the ones that I started from seed didn't do that well. And we'll see what else they have. Oh, there's the echinaceas. Let's go get some. This one looks amazing. I'll be taking her. And $12.50, that seems fair. Such a big, beautiful plant. There's one. These hot pink ones are looking pretty great too. I think I'll grab one. Let's see, that one has a little bit of yellowing. Maybe there's one that's slightly healthier. I like the look of this one. I don't know, guys, are we about to start a rainbow echinacea garden? Looks like some of these are multicolored. Cheyenne Spirit. That one's looking a little assed out though. Rainbow Sherbet? Okay. This one has a little bit of bug damage, but it looks pretty healthy other than that. Let's do it. All right, there's my echinacea haul. Do I know exactly where I'm going to put them all? No. But we'll figure it out. I think I need one of these blue guys. Wow, it's huge. Huge. Amazing. I really want one of these hibiscus. The red one is especially hot, but it is way too big to fit in my car. Okay, after consulting with my husband, I think I'm going to go for the pink one. This one's a little assed out, but that's a lovely color, and it's going to look good with the other stuff in our landscape. So, okay, my cart is almost full. I have a spot for one more perennial. Let's see what grabs my heart. Oh my goodness, look at this bee balm. I guess we know why it has that name. I started from seed this year, and it's growing, and I'm hoping next year it's going to pop, so I didn't get any of these. Over here we had a bunch of beautiful Nepeta and some Russian sage, and you can see how all the pollinators love these too. I have a few Nepeta already, and I'm thinking maybe Russian sage next year. But I am going to bring home this cute little blue balloon flower. It's not for cutting, but how can I resist? I'm just about done. I got 4 echinaceas, one ageratum, a blue balloon flower, a houseplant, and that giant pink hibiscus. One thing this nursery does that I love is they have a bunch of little sample garden beds that you can walk around and get ideas for how to put all of these gorgeous plants together in your own landscape. We're back home now, and I wanted to show you my majestic 10-foot tower of morning glories, as well as what that little jag-off groundhog did to it. This morning I saw him out here nibbling on this, and I was torn between chasing him away and coming out to get a picture of him because he was really cute. But I do not want him eating my plants, so let's see if we can make him go somewhere else. I heard that they don't like things like nepeta and eucalyptus, so I just put those plants right in there. And we also got these little ball things that smell funky that are supposed to keep them away. We'll see how it goes. Now on to happier topics. It's zinnia time, y'all. Look at all these gorgeous creatures that have finally come online in our garden. We have all these soft shades of orange and pink, and even a green one. And then we've had a few giant crazy pink ones too. Also, the soil in the side yard is doing so much better. Look how big these zinnias and hollyhocks are getting. I'm so pleased about this. I guess the answer is always add more compost. And here is the corner bed. Much the same story. Those spindly sunflowers are still pretty spindly, but it looks like they are at least going to bloom for us. I will take it. So the first thing that I'm doing to get ready to plant all of our new babies is I'm placing them where they're going to go. This is so that I have an idea of the spacing that I need, how it's going to look when they're all planted in, and also so my husband and I can agree on how to use this beautiful new bed that he just dug. Take a look. These are our older kitchen garden beds. And this is the fresh, newly dug one. Now my husband is going to take the first wedge of this bit here, and he's going to plant a bunch more mustard so that he can make some Dijon mustard for us to eat. So knowing that that's going to be yellow flowers right here, I decided to build out my echinacea rainbow, starting with the yellow, moving to the rainbow sherbet orange, then to the raspberry truffle, and then do whatever that purple one's called. And then at the end, I have the beautiful blue ageratum. The other two perennials that I got are going to be planted in this half moon bed that I've been picking rudbeckia from all season. The first one is this terracotta yarrow, which is going to get pretty tall and it's going to expand a lot. So I put it in this area because this way it won't shade anything else out. The sun mostly comes from this direction, so it's just going to be shading out the path behind it, not any other plants. This other one, this blue balloon flower, is going to spread wide, but it's not going to get very tall. So I put it right at the front of the bed so that it could get enough sunshine to live. For each of these plants, before I put them in the ground, I'm going to give them a good soak in a bucket of water to make sure the roots are hydrated. All right, let's get these plants in the ground. I am using my hori-hori knife to loosen up the soil. My husband did such a great job preparing these beds. The soil is very fluffy and good, but I do need to loosen it before I can start scooping it out of the way to make room for the new plant. And here I am realizing that I have 2 left gloves. Amazing. I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to turn it the other way and keep going. All right, so the hardest part of this whole process is to keep the soil from falling back in the hole as soon as you dig it out. So taking a minute to do that, and you can see that I am kneeling on this little contraption that has foam on it. You can kneel on it the way that I'm using right here, or you can turn it upside down and sit on it like a stool. But either way, this is a really great tool for someone who has a little bit of mobility issues but still wants to get down and do some work in the garden. These plant pots are pretty deep, so I had to make the hole pretty deep as well. And now I'm just going to position it as close to straight up and down as I can. And then I'm going to start pulling back some of that soil that I moved to get it into place. I did try to grow this yarrow, the terracotta color, from seed this year. It just didn't go that well. So I'm glad that I was able to get a nice 50% off plant to put this in my garden, and it'll keep coming back every year. All right, we are repeating the same process with our blue balloon flower. This one is going to get about 2 or 3 feet wide, but it's only going to stay 6 or 8 inches tall. So that's why I'm putting it towards the front of the bed, and I'm just nestling it in with some of the other plants. It's surrounded right now by scabiosa and zinnias, and those are both annuals, so they're not going to be where they are next year. So the balloon flower will have a little bit more room to stretch out. But for this year, we really just want it to focus on growing roots and getting strong. It's the next day, and I wanted to show you how everyone is settling into their new home. The yarrow looks happy in its new spot. Oh, look at that zinnia. And here's our little balloon flower. And here are our rainbow echinaceas, the ageratum, and a ginger my husband planted, as well as one of our little nepitas, however you say that. I'm really glad we got all these guys planted because now they'll have plenty of time to establish and get acclimated before the days start getting shorter and the fall weather starts. We're not going to think about that now. I have some more work to do out here today, but I'm going to leave you, as always, with some of the arrangements I made this week. Hope you enjoy them. This was probably my bouquet of the week, in my opinion. I wanted to stick with a cooler color scheme for this one, so I have a lot of pinks and peaches, a little bit of purple, a little bit of that new ageratum, if I can ever pronounce it the same way twice. Here's the same bouquet from an overhead shot. I have a photo reel full of this stuff because I'm going to need it come winter. This is the warmer toned bouquet that I made on the same day as the cool toned one. And the star to me is that platinum blonde dahlia with the fuzzball in the middle. I need about 1 million more of those. You can see it a little bit better from this angle. But we've got the rudbeckia in there along with some celosia and several different kinds of zinnias and dahlias. And this one is the first arrangement I've ever made with a floral frog, which is like a flat disc that has a bunch of sharp pins sticking out the top of it. And you pierce the stems on the pins and they stay exactly where you want. I really had fun with this. I like how it highlights each flower individually. Check out that honey Dijon rose that has the tie-dye effect on the petals. Beautiful. Thanks, as always, for joining me this week, my friends, especially for hanging out till the end of the video. I hope that it was fun for you to see all of the good deals that we got and to watch them go from something you buy in a store to something that's living in my garden. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.